Hey guys, what's up? It's the Rookie Revolution, back with another video, and it seems every single season, scratch that, every single player has at some point in their challenge careers has had a meltdown. I'm sure you all know what a meltdown is, but if you look it up in the dictionary, the word Camila comes up. Meltdowns come in many different forms and sizes, but today we will be looking at the 5 best ones of all time. Obviously, I can't get to every single meltdown in challenge history because that video would be as long as waiting for Fessy to finish eating. So, I'm sure you're all waiting for the video to start, so let's get to it right now, after the intro.
So I'm gonna go ahead and take the money and run, teacher.
I'll win every fight.
Rookie Revolution.
This is a game!
For the first honorable mention, we have Zach on Rivals 2. Zach was on the phone with his mom and he found out that his sister gave birth to his nephew. And Zach was understandably crying. It's a super sad situation, and at the start you would obviously feel some empathy for Zach. But after a while, Zach started getting pains. He was getting more and more panicked, and at one point he thought it was a tumor.
You alright?
I can't swallow anything. Even when I drink water, it hurts.
It sounds like you're panicking.
Well, now I'm starting to
No,
panic.
I know,
What if I have
I
like
know.
a tumor in there or something?
You don't have a tumor.
You don't know that. You see my stomach lately?
Yes, it looks ripped.
Zach again was just super upset about missing a huge family milestone, and he wanted the camera out of his face. Well, that makes sense, except for the fact that you signed up for a TV show. He knows what he got himself into. Zach was slamming doors, literally screaming. It was crazy. He was also just destroying a bunch of stuff, so I'm sure he got a hefty fine.
I'll give you a shot. Get out of my face! You want a show? I'll give you a show!
This is the biggest toddler I have ever seen in my life.
Doctors visited him and nothing was wrong. Again, this was a sad situation, but handled in a very wrong way. Later in the episode, he threw his helmet at all the other challengers, so all in all, this season wasn't the best look for Zach. But you can say that for every season he's been on. For number 5, I have decided on Ashley's bathroom freakout from Rivals 3. So all of the challengers were out at a bar having a good time, and it was apparent immediately Ashley was having an off night, and she was feeling excluded from the group. From her chair in the corner, Ashley saw Jamie look at Nicole, and she immediately came to the conclusion that they made out. Because eye contact is pretty much that, right? When Camila is telling you it didn't happen and Camila is trying to calm you down, you know you have a problem. Now Corey tries to console her in the bathroom, but the best part of this whole situation is when Nicole walks into the bathroom. Like, that was crazy. Then when they go home, Ashley forgets that it ever happened.
Why are you so upset?
You pissed me off.
Why?
This was the first appearance of Smashley on the challenge, and it did not disappoint. At number 4, we got Mike unleashing the Miz on Battle of the Seasons 1. So it was Mike's 21st birthday, and they had a daily challenge called Hands on Saturn. And you had to keep one hand on the ice for as long as possible. At 2 hours, it's 2 hands. At 3 hours, you add your foot. And at 4 hours, it's all 4s. So an endurance challenge. But the twist was whichever pair won a brand new car, which Mike obviously thought was a perfect birthday gift, and in a way, fate. The problem was everyone wanted a car and it wasn't going to be easy. After about 3.5 hours, it was the final 2 pairs left, and right then and there, Mike's toe was not touching the ice completely. Him and Coral lost the car. He was quiet for a while, but started drinking and drinking. He then started whacking the ice, getting more and more angry, and you guessed it, the Miz came out. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of disturbing, but Mike was just super drunk. He was screaming, and at the breaking point, the Miz was having a full-on yelling match with Mike. Yeah, you heard me right. The Miz was yelling at himself in the mirror to Mike.
Miz is talking to Mike.
I can't stand you! So what are you gonna do about it? Mike, you're slipping or slip away!
It was quite bizarre, but Coral eventually calmed him down, and they won the next daily.
You can't even win a damn match. What are you gonna do about it, Mike?
I see him banging his head into this pole. He's having this conversation with himself. It's really odd because he's alone.
I might get hate for only putting this as an honorable mention, but this is a high honorable mention. And it's Katie going ballistic on Veronica on the Inferno 1. On this season, Veronica was doing absolutely every single thing she could to get Katie out. She and her team threw challenges, Veronica tried to sabotage her in eliminations, and the day before the final, Katie just had enough and she unleashed everything. She called Veronica every single name in the book. Nothing was off limits here.
Don't with me once again. Yeah, laugh, you laugh. You me, you are a short, squatting, acting fake running.
Veronica was literally naked when this was happening, but this is one of the biggest catfights and meltdowns in challenge history. And in the end, Katie and Veronica both won together and became friends. At number 3, we have one of my favorite challenge moments of all time, and it's Joe's meltdown from the Gauntlet 2. Okay, Joe is kind of a legend in the challenge world, and it's all because of this. The first night of the Gauntlet 2, which is Joe's first and only season, she became the team captain of the rookies. Well, she later found out that whenever they lost a challenge on a girls' day, she would have to go in every single time. She freaked out over this, and it only got worse when Mark celebrated his birthday. She couldn't believe people could drink and party like that. And to top it all off, they spilt chocolate syrup on her bed. Joe called her dad and told him she was going to quit, but when Joe walked in and Ruthie asked her what was wrong, she started screaming that she was manhandling her and everyone was attacking her. And get this, Joe called the police. She somehow managed to get the police to the challenge house, and not only that, she threatened to sue the island. I mean, does it get any better than that? Julie even said she was crazy. Julie. If Julie says you are crazy, then something is up.
Wait a second, bitch. There's something wrong with her.
What's wrong? Let go of me, not manhandle. What have I done to you? I will call the police and put your hands on me again. I'm gonna call the police if I cannot pack my bags. How do I do it right now? Please come and get me out of this house. 40 people standing around me. Attack, manhandle. I will sue this island. I've been seriously manhandled on the Isle of Tobago.
To make some sense of this was about 11.5 years after her Real World season, and she hadn't been on TV since. I don't think she knew what she was getting herself into, but it would pretty much be like if someone from Jersey Shore debuted today. Joe definitely has her place in challenge history from all of this. Now for number 2, we've got Wes and Evelyn flipping out on the ruins. So here's a short summary of what happened leading up to it. Everyone on the challengers team hated Wes and Wes hated them, and Wes was trying to sabotage daily challenges. Wes came in dating Kellyanne, and Kellyanne was also Evelyn's best friend, but she was on the opposing team. JEK, aka Johnny, Evan, and Kenny, hatched a plan to get at Wes and, in extension, Evelyn, by throwing Evelyn into elimination against Kellyanne. At the deliberation, Bananas was the messenger, and Evelyn was murdering Bananas with her eyes.
I have never been so angry and felt so betrayed in all my life, ever. If there was a weapon, I would kill Johnny.
And then her and Wes started screaming in his face. Bananas got pissed that they were screaming in his face, so he pushed them and everything got worse.
Get out of my face! Push the girl, you bitch! You just pushed a girl!
Evelyn and Wes declared that the challenge was over, and back at the house, the meltdown continued. Evelyn was kicking and punching furniture. This is actually when Wes and Johnny's rivalry really started.
Johnny, I am going to beat the out of you because you are such a little bitch. You're such a bitch. Such a bitch. What a little bitch. I can't wait to beat the out of you.
Let him go, Johnny. Not worth it.
Yeah, it's not.
It was all just a big, huge mess. Evelyn ended up throwing the elimination and going home. It was a cold-hearted move. It was a mean move, but it was an awesome, awesome meltdown.
Both teams have staged a coup.
You now have the two strongest really pissed. You guys are the worst human beings ever.
Okay, one last honorable mention. I can't not mention Casey on All Heights challenges.
Jumping 4 stories.
Wait, I'm not doing that. No person in their right mind decides one day, you know, maybe I'll just jump 4 stories. Maybe that's a good idea. No one does that.
Casey, my celebrity crush, has a fear of heights, and every time TJ explains the rules, she looks like she wants to die. Casey is pretty much how 99% of the population would react to having to do some of these challenges. She was only there to party and she hated competing. It was always so fun to watch, and she made having a meltdown or quitting be so charming and funny. Casey Cooper, please come back.
I don't know what I'm gonna do on this. I might just say, let's go into the ruins. There's a lot of money on the line. I only have $2,000. I'm a big girl. $2,000 isn't too much money. It was for a second. Seeing this now, it's not. Taking it off! What does it look like?
It looks like you're having a temper tantrum.
Cool! I'm having a temper tantrum.
Okay, you over it?
Yeah!
Finally, at number 1, we have what I'm sure most of you were expecting, Camila's first real appearance of the Camilanator. It was actually the night Camila got the nickname.
Camila turns into the Camilanator, and I don't even know what happens to this girl.
I know, it's Camila, trust me, I know. But this meltdown has some of the most iconic moments of all time. And the reason it happened was the challengers were all out at a bar, and Bananas just didn't really want to hang out with Camila that night. And he was flirting with other girls in front of her, so she got really drunk. Back at the house, she went straight to his bed, but he kicked her out, and she was pissed beyond belief.
Johnny is just playing a risky game of giving her some attention sometime.
She was screaming. She summoned the strength of her ancestors to try and throw a chair at him. She was ready to buck up. Then she walked into the swimming pool like she could walk on water. Bananas wasn't making the situation any better.
Just remember that you're talking to a wall.
Shut up! Shut up!
He kept making his usual comments, and Camila then said the line that is probably the most played clip in challenge history.
Why is he doing this to me? You piece of... You cheater! You're gonna die!
It was an awesome meltdown, entertainment in its finest, and it never gets old. She even flipped out on Bananas the next season they were on together. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know your favorite challenge meltdown down in the comments. But yeah, please like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you all enjoyed. Follow me on all the social medias. Links are in the description. And until next time, take care.